Welcome to my face. I'm James St. James, and this is Transformation.
Is this actually happening?
Is this actually happening? Are we
actually
going?
happening?
I'm here with Ginava from the Gender Mess Collective in Australia.
Yes,
And you
yes.
came all the way from Perth.
Primarily for this.
I love that you're in Australia waving the freak flag, for carrying the Club Kid name on. Perth is a small town on the very west coast of Australia.
That's right.
How do they treat you there? Is there a call for Club Kidism?
I think because we're so isolated from everywhere else in Australia, like Sydney and Melbourne, in terms of the drag scene, I feel like we are welcomed at the table, but at the kids' table.
What is the drag scene in Perth?
We are, I think there's about 12 of us.
Really?
I think we have some of the most elite drag queens in Australia because we're so isolated. We're able to hone in on our own creativity.
You were doing your own variation of drag.
There's so many rules you have to follow with fishy drag. You have to have your contour a certain way, you have to cover your eyebrows, you have to tuck. So I thought, you know what, if I'm just gonna be hated by trying to be a fishy queen, I might as well be hated for looking like a hot, tragic mess.
And then, as you were doing it, like you had no idea that you were doing like a Club Kid aesthetic until people started pointing it out to you.
Yeah, I was doing it more out of protest of what all the other queens were doing, and then someone had pointed out, oh, you're doing like a Club Kid sort of look, and I was like, what's a Club Kid?
I argue about this all the time with friends. Are there any new ideas left?
No. There's
No.
no such thing as a brand new idea.
See, I sometimes think that there is. The world changes so much that there are new ideas, but then other people say it's just rehashing old ideas and redoing old things in new ways and things like that.
I never really find an idea that I get inspired by and do it. It kind of just comes within, and it turns out that once I've done it, someone else has already done it before me.
It looks like we sort of coordinated today, doesn't it?
Matchy.
And we didn't. What are we going to do today?
Sort of a variation on a very camp rainbow yeti. So we're gonna be covering your whole head in rainbow pom-poms.
Okay.
And I've made a special suit for you to wear with it.
Oh, good.
So you're gonna look absolutely fabulous and festive.
Oh, good. Yay. And should I wear it to Gay Pride?
Yeah, if you want to.
Oh, God. Let's do it. Okay. Our first step is
Covering your face in black.
this is not blackface.
It's not blackface.
Okay, we
no,
just
because
always have to say that right off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be rainbow covered. So this will just help give the
illusion that there's nothing underneath the pom-poms.
Exactly, it'll give the pom-poms either a nice outline to it, and also to blend in with the costume that we're wearing too.
Right. I was thinking last night, the hottest guys in Australia. You know who I've decided it was?
Who?
Yahoo Serious. Do you remember Yahoo Serious?
Who's that?
Yahoo Serious was, do you guys remember Yahoo Serious? He was the biggest star in Australia ever in the 1980s. He was just huge.
Okay.
And he had like a bunch of movies, and like he did a bunch of commercials in America. And you're like, I'm Yahoo Serious for Ever Ready Batteries or something.
No, I don't know.
Oh, he was just wonderful. Young Einstein is what he was in. Yeah. Let me see.
I didn't see two.
Oh my God, he was so cute.
Look at that hair.
Yay! It's getting time for Botox, isn't it?
Well, there's a friend of mine who always says, prevention, not repair. Although my friends take that a bit too literal. They're in their 20s and they're getting Botox. It's ridiculous.
No, and the thing, because it's a slippery slope, and once you end up looking like Amanda Lepore, like 2 weeks later, and that's no good for anybody. I have a hard enough time getting laid now. I can't imagine if I had.
Come to me, my pretty.
Exactly.
But they say that they do it primarily to prevent sweat. But then I remember there was a time where I've got my arm around one of the drag performers and I could just feel she was drenched because the sweat had nowhere to go. So it just
like comes out of her back.
Yeah, it came out of her back and her wig was dripping. No, they really do mean translucent.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, well, that actually works.
Well, how interesting.
So I guess I can say I'm now going to set it with translucent powder.
Do you go to Sydney and Melbourne often?
I went to Melbourne last year.
But it's not a hop, skip, and a jump. Isn't it like the center of Australia just like desert?
Yeah.
Even the koala bears, aren't they like poisonous if they bite you? And don't they aren't they mean?
Yeah, they can be very vicious.
You think they're cute, but they're like man-eaters. And aren't they high on some leaf or something like that? And so they're all like just these crazy crack addicts going around like eating people.
I don't know about that.
That's what I've heard.
I heard that they smell like chocolate. We are now going to cover your whole head with different coloured pom-poms. So we're going to use Prozade to glue that on.
So do you have Courtney Act gossip from back in the day that we don't know?
None at all. Well, there is that one video where she's got the bubble gum happening.
What's that?
So it's a term where you pretty much
She fell out of her tuck?
Yeah, and she was performing on stage singing.
But that's happened. I mean, that happened to me
to
a million
everyone.
times. So are you a huge Jamae fan?
I am. I love Jamae. She is hilarious.
Did people like embrace her?
The quotes, you could go down the street and hear people quoting her all the time. Mum, it's me. I'm really upset. Because everyone's being a fucking bitch to me. I'm not getting the fucking train home. Why are you the biggest bitch in the world to me? I'm 16, Mum. In a couple years' time, I'm gonna be fucking out of your life. I'm not even gonna fucking invite you to my wedding. I'm a fucking private school girl. Thank you.
Enough of the red.
Enough of the red. We're gonna go.
Okay, move on.
We're going on to red orange.
Oh my
my
God. Oh my God. Adam, come here. Wait, hold on.
What is this?
Australian Big Brother. Look how big his wiener is.
Holy shit.
Come on, get out of the way, bitch. What the hell? It's all the male tech guys like tits and then not even realizing. So I guess the important thing to take away from this is that you aren't just doing stripes, you're sort of variegating the colors as you do it.
It kind of reminds me of like a bacteria growing.
Yeah, you know, I like the idea of being a big gay germ. And have you done this before?
I have, on a smaller surface with not as many colors.
Oh, right, because I'm big and bald.
Well, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go change into the outfit. We're gonna finish this up, do a little touch-ups, and then we'll have the transformation. Oh my God! Yay! Happy Pride! Whatever you do, don't forget to subscribe to WOW Presents.